Cropper here. I would like to throw my hat in the ring for Donald Trump. I know that he's going to be a mess. He's going to be a complete mess, but he'll be a better mess than any of the other potential messes that are available or out there. So, I have to admit that my good friend Stuart, Legendre 007, seemed a little bit behind to me when he kept saying, oh, Ted Cruz this and Ted Cruz that, and isn't this other guy, Kasich has something good to say about this or that. I thought, I don't know, what does it matter? Because Trump's obviously going to steamroll these guys, because Trump goes out there and says things to the American people like, look at these jerks, and the American people are sick of it. They're really, really sick of it. So I think Trump's going to be another Reagan. Reagan was a disaster. Ayn Rand said she could never support Reagan because he didn't support the right to choose as far as abortion goes. He was a life supporter of the right to life. And Ayn Rand said she was a supporter of the right to life, but the right to life of the woman, not of some potential future creature which was a parasite on the woman. So you can't support Reagan, right? But Reagan was absolutely fabulous and led to the end of the Soviet Union. Trump is also going to be fabulous because he's a businessman. He's the type of person who gets up at 7 a.m. and before 9 a.m. he has accomplished things that most people won't accomplish, in their whole day or week or life. I had this experience when I took over the ownership of a restaurant, and it didn't last for too long. We never actually transferred ownership into my name, but I was running the place and paid a bunch of money for the privilege to try to get it to make money. And the amount of work you do from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed is different. Being a manager, you have a lot of responsibilities. Just being some employee somewhere, you have no responsibilities at all. But being the owner, it's crazy. And that's just a restaurant that I experienced. So what would it be like to have billions and billions of dollars under your control? So Trump is the type of person who gets up in the morning and gets something done, and that's definitely a better person than anybody else we've got in there. Can you imagine the executive orders that they've been putting out under Obama? Can you imagine those in the service of Trump? Trump would send out some executive order that says, as of today, the EPA has no power. All previous EPA duties will be handled by the states. It's now not a federal issue anymore. It's a local thing. Or, I can't imagine him doing this, but let's say he did something like abolishing the IRS or something. Of course, things have to go through Congress, but to the extent that Obama has done quite a lot through these King Obama orders, Trump would be a different type of guy. He would not be sending out ridiculous, insane orders like transgender bathroom orders and stuff. So, throwing my hat in there for Trump. I'm going to publish a couple of limericks about him separately, just as limericks. And these are kind of lame, but I looked and nobody else has written limericks for him. So here we go. There once was a fellow named Trump, and onto a stump he jumped. Through political speeches and rhetorical teaches, he got the voters all pumped. Fine, not too significant or brilliant, but there it is. This one's a little bit better. I do make reference to Ronald Reagan in the name Ronald, and also I say PC, and the letters PC stand for political correctness. There once was a fellow named Donald, who was wont for the mantle from Ronald, and the honor will be Don's, because he never fawns, and he leaves PC in the cold. So to Donald Trump, may he get elected. He's got the nomination. I'm against Republicans, I'm against Democrats, but I'm in favor of businessmen. So let's have the best disaster we can.